Pavarotti Sings the Blues will not be seen at this time. In its place, we present the following out-of-tune program.
You're late again. Thought you could sneak past me or saw me?
No, sir.
Listen, do you have a note from your father?
Yeah.
You got me that time, kid. You're lucky your father's an operatic star.
I really think you're exaggerating. My mother doesn't hate you, dear.
That's what you think.
Well, Lance, if she hated you, she wouldn't have brought you that lovely bottle of scotch back from her trip to Inverness.
Oh, I admit that. The bottle of scotch was very nice. Admit that. But it's what she brought Alistair that proves she hates me. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I think you may have a point there, dear.
Hi, and welcome to You Can't Do That on Television, another in a long series of sour notes. Unless you're absolutely tone deaf, you've probably realized by now that this week's show is about music. But just in case you are tone deaf, I thought I would enlighten you, the audience, by telling you that the opening music to this show is actually a classical piece. It's by an Italian composer named Rossini, and it's called the William Tell Overture. And
No. They should have used Debussy's La Danse de les Marionettes.
Why is that, Ross?
Because your kid's acting is so wooden. Ready, aim. Stop that humming.
But I can't remember the words.
Oh, that's terrible. Hey, just a minute. Hey, Amigos, listen. Maybe if we hum it with you, maybe we could help you out with that too. Okay? No, wait a minute. Hold it. No. That's familiar, but
That's it.
What?
But if only I could remember the title. Oh, the title.
Title? Well, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Oh.
Ready, aim.
But I have the record at home, and the words are on it.
Oh, well,
I could
that's
go and get
great.
it.
Sure. Why don't you go home, get the record, bring back the words, and sing them for me?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure. Okay, I'll
Sure.
go with that.
It's... Wait a minute. Hey, kid, come back. I remember what the song was. I remember Johnny Cash. Ring of Fire.
What is all that noise? Oh, it's Bar playing the pipe. Wait a minute. That doesn't sound like a bagpipe.
No, it's the sewage pipe. Bar plays the sewage pipe about once a week.
Uh-oh.
You see, he cleans all the sludge.
Well, that's good for old Barky, but then what does he do with the sludge?
Well, now you know his secret sauce.
I heard that. Washington at Valley Forge, freezing cold, but up spoke George Santos.
What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? This is a ukulele. I'm telling you, everybody played a uke when I was a kid.
Oh, Ross, get with it, man. Today's sounds are electronic. It's like guitar power,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, right.
Oh. I don't like it. On his ukulele, daily then he'd holler. Attention! Can anyone tell me what the 3 B's are?
Oh,
Brody.
the Boss, the Beatles, and the Beach Boys.
No,
Lisa.
sir. Oh, it's Black Sabbath, the Blue Oyster Cult, and the B-52. Yeah.
No, classless of you two. Everyone knows that the 3 Bs are Beethoven, Bach, and Brahms.
Wrong. You're all wrong. The 3 B's are the worker, the drone, and the queen bee. This is a science class. You forgot. You kids have nothing but music on your minds.
I do not understand why you girls have to have rock music playing while you're doing your exercises.
Have you ever tried aerobic dancing to the Moonlight Sonata?
Moon. Why me? So, you see, Alistair, this glass filled with scotch makes a much different sound than this one half filled with vodka.
What are you doing?
Oh, hi, Val. I was just illustrating to Alistair here that glasses filled at different heights make different notes.
Yes, but, Lance, you could have accomplished that with water.
That's right, Val, but it wouldn't have been as much fun.
Dad's got a point there, Mom.
Don't encourage him.
Here's looking at you. Al.
God! You know, sometimes I wish I were like Beethoven.
Is that so you can write beautiful music for us to play?
No. Beethoven was deaf.
I think that can be arranged, sir.
Brody, why do they always wake us up in the morning with a trumpet?
It's a plot to make us hate music forever.
You know what? I think it's working.
Christine, that is just simply beautiful. I didn't know you were such a violin virtuosa.
Huh? Oh, this? No, I'm not. This is just the introduction to some opposite sketches, you know, where the opposite to real life really happens.
Yeah.
I was just sort of playing out the fantasy until the tape ended.
All right. What was that horrible noise, Justin?
What?
Where are you practicing that violin again?
Just a little.
I want you to stop immediately. Don't play that violin. Play that rock music station.
Oh, but Dad!
Turn it on! Come on! That's it. Louder! Louder! That's good. Your mother and I can hear ourselves think.
Hey, you.
Me?
Yes. You can't bring that thing in here.
Why not? It's not turned on.
Well, if you let me finish, I was going to say you can't bring that thing in here unless it is turned on. Now, turn it on immediately. Very loud.
But I came in here for some peace and quiet.
Turn that on. Now. Not that. A little louder. Louder.
Well, that's enough of the lesson for this week, dear.
But I only played one note.
I don't care, Lisa. We don't want to rush things. I want you to run along and play.
But I love practicing.
We will have no more of that, Lisa. Now then, if there is any more talking back, Lisa, any more talking back, I'm going to tell your parents, and there'll be no practicing next week. Now then, go upstairs and throw your hamster against the ceiling. Run along. Shoot.
Back to reality.
And what are you in detention for this time, Brody?
I didn't do my homework, sir.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got 2 hours. I think possibly you'd better do your homework right here in detention.
Yes, sir.
Get to it. Knife it up. Brody. Brody, what are you doing?
My homework, sir.
Your homework is making that awful noise on that violin.
No, sir. It's practicing Mozart's Fifth Concerto in D minor until I get it right.
Get it right. Brody, if you don't mind, I think possibly you should do your homework at home. Detention.
Sometimes it's so easy, I'm ashamed of myself.
No, Christine, you do not put that cello up to your neck to play it. Well, then why do you put a violin up to your neck? Well, because, I don't know. Oh, Lisa. Oh, I'll have to serenade you.
You can't do that on television. We'll be back after these messages.
Looking cool, feeling hot. Wish you had a pool, but it's a long shot. Whoa, flash, slip and splash. Surfing and sliding in a splish splash. Slip and splash, what a bash. The gang's all here, the gang's all wet. Slip and splash, what a bash. It's the best way yet to get this wet.
Slip and Splash with plastic slide, inflatable pool, and surf sled. New from Whammo.
Fruity marshmallow crispies, lots of fruity marshmallow shapes. Eat you snap, crackle, popping over lots of fruit taste.
Wow.
Fruity marshmallow crispies, orange, lemon, raspberry, grape. It snap, crackle, and popping with lots of fruit taste.
Kellogg's Fruity Marshmallow Krispies, part of this complete breakfast.
How fruity.
Fruity marshmallow crispies, you'll be snap, crackle, popping over lots of fruit taste.
Double stuffed Twister, double stuffed cruncher, double stuffed action, Oreo muncher, beer liquor, a cruncher, a chocolate cookie dunker, a double middle muncher with Oreo. Double stuffed action, double stuffed action, Twister, dunker, whatever your attraction, Oreo double stuffed action with Oreo.
This portion of Nickelodeon is brought to you by Oreo cookies from Nabisco.
Ready, aim.
Wait a minute. Stop the execution.
What?
What's your favorite type of music?
Oh, I would say the sounds of rifles firing. Ready, aim.
Wait a minute. You can't really hear it from where you're standing.
Can't hear it from where I'm standing. Are you kidding? That's a very loud firing squad.
I mean, to get the full quadraphonic effect, you have to stand where the sound converges, and that is right on this post.
Really?
Oh, you bet. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Hey, I got to hear this. Could we change places?
Well, I don't know, you know.
Come on, please. Please.
Okay, but just this once.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. No, I give you here like this.
Yeah, okay, that's...
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Amigos, ready, aim, fire!
Well, how did it sound?
Beautiful. Like angels' voices. No.
No, Christine, you don't put that bass up to your neck to play it. I don't see why not. You put a violin up to your neck to play it. Why do you do that?
Well,
No, you're not going to get me twice with that one. You see, you put the bass on the ground to play it. Let me see. Oh, you're right. Hey, listen, Lisa, maybe you should play it. I can see there's sort of a family resemblance. Get it? Sort of. Go on.
what's all the noise?
Noise? Noise? What? Those screams from the torture chamber are music to my ears. I love it.
Screams from the torture chamber?
Yes, what do you expect me to like? Minuets? Oh, the sound of the human voice screaming in terror. That's music to my ears. Love it. Oh, that reminds me. It's time for your music lessons. Music to my ears.
What? All the noise these stupid machines make is music to your ears? You've got to be kidding.
Not the noise of the machines. The noise of them popping quarters into them.
Believe it or not, those last couple of skits had a message. They were trying, and trying is the operative word here, to point out that what's music to one person's ears can be quite painful to another. We asked some kids what was music to their ears. Some of it was a little painful to mine.
Well, I like classic, jazz, and also gospel.
My teacher reminds me of a trumpet.
Why?
Because he's always, well, he's not always yelling, but sometimes he yells at people, and it's pretty loud, just like a trumpet. I don't like the trumpet because it's too loud.
The music that best describes me would be, I guess, rock.
Well, I don't really feel rock as music. It's more like just making a lot of noise, whereas pop, it sounds something, like somebody took time into it, not just banging on trash cans or something like that.
I hate country music probably the most, more than any other music.
Why?
Just the way country music sounds, I hate it.
Hey, Justin.
Yes, Alistair? What do you think about the music they play in elevators?
Oh, it's boring.
They have a name for that stuff, you know.
The music they play in elevators? I know. Music.
No.
No? Well, then what's it called?
Snoozak. It makes you go to sleep.
Hey, Christine?
Yeah, bro?
You know, Christine, everyone in our family sings.
Oh, that's neat, Brody. Are you all in a band or something?
Nope. There's no lock on the bathroom door, and every time you go in, you strike up a tune.
Family's weird.
Hey, Justin?
Yes, Lisa.
You know, when I sing, my voice fills the hall.
Well, you must have a pretty strong voice.
Well, no, my voice had to fill the hall. Everyone was trying to get out.
Actually, Lisa, I'm kind of surprised that anyone could get into the auditorium at all, what with your wide-ish hips and all.
My voice?
Don't strain your voice, Lisa.
Hey, Brody.
Yes, Alistair?
Last week, my rock band played at a party.
Oh, wicked. Did they ask you to come back and play again?
Not exactly. They dared me to.
Hey, Lisa.
Yes, Lucy?
When I gave my violin recital, the audience cheered and clapped and stamped their feet for hours and hours and hours.
I didn't know you were that good.
Well, actually, they only started applauding when I told them that I'd do an encore if they would stop making so much noise.
Yeah.
Hey, Alistair?
Yes, Brody.
When I gave my piano recital, the audience were glued to their seats.
What a great idea, Brody. You know, that's an ingenious way to keep them there. We'll try that sometime. Trick or treat. Trick or treat.
Oh, okay, all right. But only if you sing a carol for me.
Carol? But wait a minute, this isn't Christmas, this is Halloween. Yeah, you're supposed to give us treats.
Look, kids, the way I figure it is very simple. If the stores can start displaying that Christmas stuff at Halloween, then I can have carols sung for me.
Okay, but you better have good candy bars.
All right, come on, hit it. 1, 2.
Silent night.
Oh, Valerie, I know I told you we could have a piano if we had room for it. But this is ridiculous.
Oh, now, Lance, please try to keep your elbows off the piano. Oh, Alistair, stop that. How many times do I have to tell you not to play with your food?
Hi, Lucy. What tune are you going to play for us today? You know, I've always loved the piano. I can't play it, though, but I've never tried. My mother always said that my musical talent was in my voice. I wonder why. You know, Moose, have you ever thought about the human voice? It's a beautiful musical instrument. Yeah. I mean, think of all the great opera stars. There was Caruso and Pavarotti and Maria Callas. They all used their beautiful voices to make beautiful music. Voices so beautiful that people thought they were angels singing. Voices so beautiful that people cried when they heard them. You know, Lisa, I can understand that. You can? Yeah, because I want to scream every time I hear yours.
Oh, boy. What did you do that for? I thought you liked playing the piano.
Well, you see, I do, but she doesn't know that.
Well, if I played the piano and liked it, I'd sure let my mom know.
Well, that's a bad mistake, because for punishment, Mom makes me practice this thing.
Justin, Look at this room. It's a mess. Have you practiced your piano yet?
No, Mom.
Right. Well, you get started and I'll clean up this room.
Oh, Mom, what are you doing?
Well, I'm cleaning under your bed, dear.
Why this sudden urge to see how clean under my bed is?
Well, I want it to look nice when the piano teacher comes looking for you, Lisa.
You always know that I hide in the basement.
Well, I know that, Lisa, but he always looks for you under the bed first. But that reminds me, dear, he's due any second. You better get down there.
You know, there's always one thing that bothers me about music.
What's that?
Well, why is it that music you like to play loud on your stereo, your parents are always making you turn down? And music you don't like to play, your parents are always making you practice.
It's 1 o'clock. You know what that means.
Oh, no, not that. Come on, it's torture.
I know. It's time, oops, for your piano lesson.
Oh, come on, can't you give me the rock instead?
No.
Chinese water torture?
No.
Boiled in oil?
No.
Hey, Val, what's all that rock?
It's Alistair, dear. He's practicing his violin.
A motorcycle?
That's right, Alistair. The new Suzuki method of violin teaching.
No, Valerie, I know all about that, and I know for a fact that the Suzuki method has nothing to do with motorcycles.
Well, this one does, dear. Don't you remember you promised Alistair you'd buy him a motorcycle if he practiced his violin?
Valerie, don't encourage me.
Oh, hey, Brody, what's happening? You going to play baseball?
I was, only my dad cornered me and ordered me to go home and play my violin.
Oh, that's a drag. What are you going to do?
Compromise. Oh.
Why do we eat here? Because it's the closest place to the studio. The food is terrible.
Well, I know it helps me stick to my diet.
You wouldn't know it.
I don't come here for food.
Then why do you come here?
Well, it's the cheapest place I can get catgut for my violin.
I heard that. Oh, you should have seen that sucker.
And then what happened?
Well, this grizzly bear and I were so close. We could have shook hands. Looking right into those eyes. And are they ever hungry? I didn't know what to do. And then I remembered something I'd heard as a youngster.
Well, what is it?
Music soothes the savage beast.
You mean you played music for him? And he fell asleep?
Not exactly, no. I beat him to death with my clarinet.
Alistair?
Yeah, Alistair?
I can't decide what instrument I want to play. What did you pick?
Well, I picked... trombone.
Alistair, why did you pick the trombone? It's even bigger than you are. How come?
Well, because it's the most fun.
Most fun? Why?
Because I now shoot the biggest spitballs in the history of Benedict Arnold Public School. Go for it.
Great.
I can hardly wait until Justin is finished with his Indian music phase.
But, Valerie, you know, it's very important for a child to be able to learn to play a musical instrument.
It's not the sitar that I object to.
It isn't?
No. I just hoped that I was finally finished washing diapers.
Oh, yeah. You may have a point there, Valerie.
Wicked! Is Bart getting the Who in here to entertain us?
Well, yeah, it's going to be their farewell concert.
Great!
Yeah.
I'm going to tell all my friends.
Well, no, there's no time. They're already here.
The Who? They're here already?
Oh, yeah.
Where?
Who do you think's in the burgers?
I heard that.
Down. Photo. What is this? You guys going to a wedding or something? What's going on here?
Ross, you're just in time to hear our quintet play Mozart's Concerto in D minor for string instruments.
Wait a minute. Rose, no. Mozart's Concerto in D minor? You can't do that. That's a very difficult piece.
We know, but we've been practicing for the last half hour.
Half hour?
Right.
You Can't Do That on Television has been an out-of-tune production.
That sounds very good, kids. I'm sure the audience would have enjoyed that if they could have heard it. They're really impressed.
What do you mean they couldn't have heard it?
Well, you see, the theme, the closing credits were rolled right over top of you. Sorry, maybe next time. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Next time is right now, right?
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, listen, you guys. No,
Are
I
you
can't
ready?
stand.
Ready. On my
Roll
count.
something.
On my count.
Please.
Okay. Right on.
Okay.